Welcome 2020 graduates and friends of Poudre High School. Before I address the graduating seniors, I'd like to recognize our staff members who will join these graduates as they retire from Poudre High School. This year, we say goodbye to 5 Poudre High School staff members who collectively have contributed 115 years to Poudre School District. It is my honor to recognize Ms. Anita Blair, Ms. Krista Brockhage, Ms. Kelly Sudo, Ms. Judy Whitman, and Mr. Rick Ney. Congratulations to our staff graduates of 2020. Class of 2020, what this year has taught me, what you all have taught me, is the amazing power of community. Since March, our spirit of Ubuntu, the idea of putting others before ourselves, has been greatly tested. You have been trusted to protect others in our community through your own actions. You were asked to distance yourselves from friends and family, to learn from home, to find different ways to exercise and entertain yourselves as athletics, parks, gyms, restaurants all closed their doors. It was definitely a sacrifice of self for the community, a sacrifice of the individual for the herd. And I can't tell you how proud I am to be a Poudre Impala. You all have been Impalas for the past 4 years, and time again, I have heard you chant, I said I'm proud to be a Poudre Impala. But I'm not certain that you understand just how unique and special you are as Impalas. To start off, Poudre High School is the only high school in the United States with a mascot of the Impala. And most people know very little of the African Impala. They may know its colorings, its markings. They may know that they leap gracefully and are exceptional runners. But what I'd like to share with you is a different story of the Impala. Impalas have the ability to jump 13 feet high in the air from a standing position. And not only can it jump up, but it can jump out as well, up to 30 feet. The Impala's leaps are like explosions, and they can run up to 60 miles per hour. So when you think about that, have you ever looked at an Impala in captivity and wondered, how on earth can it be contained by that 3-foot fence when it can naturally jump so high and so far? So here's what I learned from a book called Jump. When Impalas are born in captivity, they are taught that they can't jump over the 3-foot wall. Zoo staff do this by emphasizing a weakness of the adult Impalas. An adult Impala is hesitant to use its ability to jump if it's unable to see where it can land. This inability to see the end of the jump somehow hinders the Impala from something it is naturally able to do. The Impala grows up to be an adult with the natural-born ability to jump into freedom, to live out its purpose, but it won't because it doesn't believe that it can. It doesn't trust where it can land. Hopefully in your education here at Poudre, in your middle school and elementary school years, and at home, the adults in your lives have allowed you to flourish in your natural environments and jump without fear. As you saw this spring, and as you will see throughout your lives, you will encounter many situations where you won't be able to see where you're going to land. No one could have predicted or prepared for our current reality. In relationships, jobs, family, there's no way of knowing what lies ahead. You simply have to trust yourself and believe that you can. You are, and always will be, an Impala. You can jump. So as I reflect back on the class of 2020, I have been inspired by a committed, courageous group of young men and women who had faith in their abilities and accomplished so many things that may have seemed unthinkable. Together, we fed over 1,000 families in our community every year for the past 4 years. Together, we built a house for a single mom and her daughter and learn geometry along the way. Together, we created an escape room, started a greenhouse, and piloted female wrestling, which will become an official CHSAA sport next year. Among our ranks, we have 50 students who have been accepted into the Ascent program, earning themselves a free year of college. 61 of us are IB diploma candidates, 8 are AP scholars, 1 is a National Hispanic Scholar, and 7 received National Merit Commendation. We have students who have qualified or have earned state and national recognition in FBLA, DECA, FFA, HOSA, mock trial, speech and debate. We have gold key winners in art, students who have created an award-winning literary magazine, and nationally recognized thespians. We have students who have wowed audiences at the CMAs, All-State Choir, Orchestra, and Band. 56 of you earned the Seal of Biliteracy for your exceptional skills in a second language. Among us sit members of National Honor Society, Technical Honor Society, Art Honor Society, Science Bowl, and Ocean Bowl. Collectively, we have earned $9 million in scholarships and grants to pursue education at the next level. And athletically, we have had many memorable moments as well. We had over 600 students participate in athletics this year. We had 11 first-team all-conference players, 64 first-team academic all-state athletes. We had 2 Champ Heart of the Champion scholarship winners. We had 2 individual regional champions in wrestling and cross country. We had over 100 athletes compete at the state level and 8 individual state placers. Our PSD hockey team finished second in state, just missing out on a state championship in the 5th overtime. We had 132 student athletes who qualified as honor athletes, 13 of whom are 4-year honor athletes whose names will be added to our honor athlete board in the gym forever. What tremendous feats. Graduates, as you cross this virtual stage, individually but together, think back on the year and how much we have triumphed, not knowing where we might land, but having our faith in ourselves and each other. That's Ubuntu. I am who I am because of who we are. We are Poudre. Superintendent Smizer, as principal of Poudre High School, I certify that these graduates have completed the requirements set forth by our Board of Education and the Colorado Department of Education and are indeed ready to accept their Poudre High School diploma.
This is really going to be a story to tell.
Go us!
I am so proud of you. This senior year for you has just been epic, and you did it, and it's been hard. So congratulations for muscling through. You made it work, and you did it.
I'm still proud of us all, and yeah, congrats.
Congrats 2020 on making it this far. Hope the road ahead is well traveled.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You rock, you did a great job, you persevered.
You did it. Wishing you all the best in the future.
Hi, class of 2020. You guys are absolutely rock stars.
It's good that you have become resilient and adaptable as you go ahead and go forward with higher level schooling or with other life pursuits.
You have worked hard for the past 12 years, and now you have the opportunity to shape your future.
And your community is here supporting and cheering you on.
I'm confident that you have what it takes to succeed no matter what the world throws at you.
Take time, be grateful, and be thankful.
You have persisted through historically challenging times, and you made it. If you can do this, you can do anything.
We're very proud of you for the adversity that you've endured and your ability to adapt, improvise, and overcome. So continue that in your path, in your future journeys, and you'll go far.
If I could give you a little bit of advice, I'd ask you to be innovative, creative, energetic, forgiving, and above all, be kind.
Be willing to adapt, be willing to improvise, and be willing to innovate.
Be successful, have fun, and most of all, don't forget to vote.
I wish you all the best. You have been persistent in a time of great change, and that is what you will need to do in the future. Go out and write your future.
We need persons of your caliber, thoughtful, intelligent, compassionate people to go out in the world and help us make this a better place.
Now go out there and change the world. Make it a better place.
But know that we as parents are very proud of you. Continue to grow and follow your dreams.
Your road was a difficult one, but you overcame adversity and committed to finishing your education. We couldn't be more proud of you.
We're excited to see what you do in the years to come, and we want to congratulate you on your great accomplishment. Great job.
Graduation is just the beginning, and learning is lifelong. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations, PSD Class of 2020.
You're starting a new chapter in life, so go experience your life and try new things and live it up.
Shoot for the stars, dream big. It's really crazy what you can accomplish when you believe in yourself.
You each have put in years of hard work, and you should be tremendously proud of this incredible accomplishment.
I look forward to seeing where you all go. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all, and best of luck, Class of 2020.
Hello, Class of 2020 graduates. You are now high school graduates. Congratulations. You have endured so much, so many difficulties, so many disappointments, so many canceled events, and I am sorry that this happened to you. But I'm recording this in my graduation robe because I am super hopeful that we will be able to get together and celebrate your graduation in person. It'll be a little bit different, but I believe it's going to happen, and I hope that you will be able to be there. I'm so proud of you, and I know your families are proud of you too. You have overcome, and it hasn't been easy, and now you are high school graduates. Congratulations. It's time to celebrate. You did it, and everyone is proud of you and wishes you the very best in whatever you do next.
Follow the river, child. Follow the river, child. It will lead you home. It will never roam. Follow the river, child. Follow the river, child. The Jordan free to the north, through and through, and though we fall, pursue. You'll help me and I'll help you. So won't you follow the river, child? Won't you follow the river, child? It will lead you home. It will never roam. Follow the river, child. Follow the river, child. So onward we go. It is the only way we know. Go to the light, time home, leave behind the pain and woe. Now listen, follow the river, child. Won't you follow the river, child? It will lead you home. It will never roam. Follow the river, child.
Hi everyone, I'm Chloe Brewer and I'm the PHS valedictorian. Hi, I'm Shinyi Wu, the PHS IB valedictorian. We would like to congratulate the class of 2020 for making it through the past 4 years of high school here at Poudre. I would remember my freshman year, I thought to myself, wow, okay, I cannot wait to graduate. Little did I know the graduation that I'd hoped for would end up like this. I expected the ups and downs of high school. I expected football games, spirit weeks, proms, and homecomings. I expected lots of stress, finals, the ACTs, and the SATs. However, no one expected to have a virtual graduation, nor did anyone expect because of the pandemic. I've had so much time to think and reflect in my final quarter of high school that I've come to the realization that I'm beyond grateful for the past 4 years, and I'm glad that I did wait to graduate because the experiences I had shaped me.
Think back to the first time you entered the Poudre High School building as a freshman. That naive, curious, and nervous ninth grader that walked into the building 4 years ago. is now an educated, caring, and mature young adult that unknowingly walked out of that same building for the last time back in March. While these two people may be seemingly separated by too many differences to count, they share this uniqueness of being you. While each of us will have different takeaways and memories from high school, one thing that we all have in common is the growth and change experienced in the past 4 years.
Each one of us was able to find our own comfort zone in an unfamiliar environment. Even more, we willingly stepped out of that comfort zone to interact with new people, participate in unique activities, and take difficult classes. There were inevitably classes and people that weren't your favorite, but the realization that we don't need to enjoy every person, thing, or idea that we encounter is great learning experience in itself.
Rather than constantly battering yourself over past failures, find confidence and happiness in your current self. If the past 2.5 months of social distancing has taught us anything, I hope that it is to live in the moment. As cliche as it sounds, the end of our high school journey has shown us just how temporary our normal, routine lives can be. We've had a lot of things taken away from us, and even more things thrown at us. Under these unprecedented circumstances, we were no longer able to learn in a traditional classroom. Instead, we've had to find motivation through a computer screen. Rather than conversing with friends in the hallway and going out for lunch, we've been stuck in our own little bubbles. More importantly, however, is the fact that our class has found unconventional ways to connect our Poudre community during this time of hardship. Virtual Spirit Week and Mr. PHS in place of our Impala-Palooza traditions. Drive-by parades to celebrate student athletes and teachers. We've adapted and overcome adversity to continue celebrating each other's accomplishments. These moments show the character and unity of our class. While these recent weeks have been filled with challenges, what we've decided to focus our energy on is the positive outlook. And that's possibly one of the most valuable lessons that will follow us out beyond these walls of Poudre.
Each one of us was able to find our own comfort zone in an unfamiliar environment. Even more, we willingly stepped out of that comfort zone to interact with new people, participate in unique activities, and take difficult classes. There were inevitably classes and people that weren't your favorite, but the realization that we don't need to enjoy every person, thing, or idea that we encounter is a great learning experience in itself. High school has taught us to embrace those moments that make us uncomfortable, grow from our challenges, and learn from our mistakes. Because at the end of the day, knowing what you dislike can be just as useful, if not more useful, than knowing what you are passionate about. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is a great accomplishment.
As Chloe and I stand here, I want to remind you to think of what is rather than what could have been. Instead of always trying to predict the future, patiently wait for it and accept it with open arms and an open mind. Once again, congratulations, Poudre High School Class of 2020, for all that you've learned and accomplished in the past 4 years. We can't wait to see where each of us go in the future. No matter where life brings you, don't forget to thank those who helped you get there and live in the present rather than the past or the future. Most importantly, remember what Walt Whitman once said, "I exist as I am, that is enough."
In times of hardship, it is incredibly easy to find yourself in a state of self-pity, where you're frustrated at all the things that were thrown your way. This is perfectly natural and honestly very fair. However, it is important to understand that you're not navigating through life completely alone. Recognizing how others are doing during these times is a very powerful thing, especially if you find ways to help and support them if need be. Knowing that you made a good impact is going to make this process a whole lot easier. Example of ways that you could help are calling friends, family, supporting local businesses that are suffering, wearing masks in public, and finding ways to thank essential workers. By not only focusing on yourself, together we can create a sense of community in a generally polarized world. Through the support from our peers and staff at Poudre, we have experienced a strengthened bond, which would not have happened if the semester hadn't been cut short. The silver lining here is our futures, where we will go and who we will be. Learning is an exceptionally powerful thing and is our greatest attribute as humans. Throughout our childhood and adolescence, we absorbed everything around us, which has, in return, shaped us into the individuals we are today. After this major milestone, we will be thrown into the world and expected to be adults, yet we will still be learning constantly. This pandemic has pushed us to be adults more than ever and faster than what fits in most of our comfort zones. Regardless of where life will take us, we will commemorate this time and how much it has taught us. In the past 2.5 months, we have learned about how important human contact is to us, how to learn virtually, how politics can shape pandemics, what anxiety means to us, different types of face masks, how to support one another, and how much support we need.
Graduating students, as president of the Poudre School District Board of Education, and on behalf of the entire Board of Education, and with extra recognition for your courage and resilience in this extraordinary year of the coronavirus, I confer diplomas unto you, the graduates of 2020. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Lexi Drager, and I was a co-student body president this year. When I think of the class of 2020, a few words come to mind right away: relentless, persistent, unstoppable. As many people have noticed about the class of 2020, we were brought into the world in a time of utter crisis, 9/11. Now we have to enter the world as adults in another time of unknowns and extreme fear. What does this tragic coincidence in time mean about us? Maybe that we are a little unlucky and got the short end of the stick? Probably a little bit. More so, I think these obstacles will shape us into strong and fearless adults who aren't scared of a task or challenge. I think these obstacles will shape us into grateful and intentional adults who don't take a single normal day for granted because we know how the absence of normalcy can feel. It is so hard to see the good when we feel robbed of those monumental experiences in high school, and it is okay to grieve and be upset. I sure have. But I truly believe that when we come out on the other side of this, we are going to be the strongest individuals who are even more prepared to take on the world and chase our dreams. The class of 2020 will forever go down in history as the class that is relentless, persistent, and unstoppable. Now to the future graduating classes. I hope that after all of this, you will feel grateful to walk through those front doors every morning for school. I hope that you will feel excitement when you say, meet at the Impala for lunch. I hope that you soak in your senior year or your remaining years of high school in a new way. I promise that every senior would do anything to have those last, so don't take them for granted. The love of the Poudre community has shaped the young adult who I am and who we all are today. We will carry Poudre with us forever and always be Impalas at heart. Here's to the class of 2020. Please join me in turning your tassel from the right to the left side. Thank you.